Math lesson number 34, the rectangular coordinate system. We'll start with this. The rectangular coordinate system is likewise known as the Cartesian coordinate system, named after René Descartes, who popularized its use in analytic geometry. The rectangular coordinate system is based on a grid, and every point on the plane can be identified by unique x and y coordinates. So an example of that is this. So the Cartesian plane is formed by using two real number lines intersecting at right angles. So this one is the first number line and this one is the second number line. So they are intersecting at right angles. The horizontal line, or the horizontal real number line, this one, is called the x-axis. Take note, the horizontal is the x-axis and the vertical is called the y-axis. And the point of intersection, this one, is called the origin. And the two axes divide the plane into four regions called quadrants. So this one here is the first quadrant, this one is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Each point corresponds to an ordered pair xy, or real numbers x and y, called coordinates. The x-coordinate is also called the abscissa, and the y-coordinate is also called the ordinate. So, meaning to say, this point has an ordered pair of 4, 8. So, 4 is the x and 8 is the y. Or, in other words, this point has coordinates of 4 and 8. 4 is the x-coordinate and 8 is the y-coordinate. 4 is the abscissa, 8 is the ordinate. So just like this one, we have also here 3, 6, an ordered pair 3, 6, which represents this point. This point has coordinates of 3 and 6. 3 is x, 6 is y. 3 is the abscissa, and 6 is the ordinate. Same thing with this one, 2, 4, and 1, 2, and also the origin 0, 0. When we write point 2, 8, we read it as point with coordinates 2 and 8, where 2 is the x-coordinate and 8 is the y-coordinate. So just like this one, 2 is the x-coordinate, 8 is the y-coordinate. 2 is the abscissa, 8 is the ordinate. To graph or plot a point in a coordinate plane, always start at the origin. For example, point A with coordinates 2, 1 will start moving 2 units to the right. So from here, origin, 2 units to the right. Why 2? Because of this 2. That's the x-coordinate. And we will use the horizontal line or the x-axis. So 2 units to the right. Why to the right? Because 2 is positive. Next, from here, we move 1 unit up. Why 1 unit up? 1 because this is the y-coordinate. And then up because 1 is positive. So we'll end with this point. This will be point A with coordinates 2, 1. So as you can see, this is 2, the x-coordinate, and 1, the y-coordinate. So this point is the intersection of this line and this line. The pair is ordered or is in order. Hence, the order of the coordinates is important. That is, 3, 5 and 5, 3 are two different ordered pairs and are in two different locations as shown. So this one is 3, 5. This is 3, the x-coordinate, and this one is 5, the y-coordinate. So that's the intersection. And then let's have 5, 3. 5 is the x-coordinate, and then 3 is the y-coordinate. So as you can see, they are in two different locations. Now let's have example. Plot the points negative 3, 2. So let's start with negative 3, 2. So at the origin, because it's negative 3, so we will move 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then, because 2 is positive, we will move 2 units up. So this is the point negative 3, 2. So you can actually do other ways like this. Negative 3, that's the x-coordinate. 2 is the y-coordinate. And as you can see, that's the intersection. So this is point negative 3, 2. Okay, now let's have 0, 3. So 0, this one 0. And then move 3 units up because 3 is positive. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the point. Point 0, negative 3. You can actually do like this because 0 is the x-coordinate, so this is 0. 3 is the y-coordinate, so that's 3. So as you can see, that's the intersection. So 0, 3. Next, we have 3, 1. So 3, move 3 units to the right. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 unit up. 1. So that's 3, 1. Or you can do 3, this is the x-coordinate, and then 1, the y-coordinate, and then get the intersection. That's it. That's 3, 1. Take note, you will start with 3, the x-coordinate, and then y-coordinate 1. Next, negative 5, 0. Negative 5 is x-coordinate, so we'll find negative 5. It's here. And then 0 is the y-coordinate, so this is 0. So let's have the intersection. This one is negative 5, 0. Next, we have 1, negative 2. So 1 is the x-coordinate, this is 1. Negative 2 is the y-coordinate, this is negative 2. So let's find the intersection. This is the intersection. So that point is 1, negative 2. Next, let's have the last one, negative 3, 4. So this is negative 3, the x-coordinate, and then y-coordinate of 4. This is 4. So the intersection is this, meaning this point has coordinates negative 3 and negative 4. Negative 3 is the x-coordinate, negative 4 is the y-coordinate. Now let's have this one. State the coordinates and quadrant or axis of each point. So let's start with this point A. So this one, point A is negative 3, 4. Why negative 3, 4? As you can see, this is the x-coordinate, which is negative 3. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the left of the origin. So negative 3. And then this one here is 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units up. So 1, 2, 3, negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So this point has coordinates negative 3 and 4. Next, let's have B. So as you can see, B lies at the x-coordinate 2 and y-coordinate 3. So this point has coordinates 2 and 3. Of course, E is at the origin. This one E, so that's 0, 0. Again, 0, 0, and in origin has coordinates 0 and 0. Let's have C. C, the x-coordinate is negative 1. As you can see, that's negative 1. And then the y-coordinate is negative 2. So you will going to represent C as negative 1, negative 2. Next, let's have D. D, as you can see, this is negative 3. And this one is negative 5. So negative 3, negative 5. The intersection is this point. So negative 3, negative 5. Last one, let's have F. F, as you can see, this is the x-coordinate. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. 5 is the x-coordinate. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's negative 4. So 5, negative 4. That is the, or those are the coordinates of point F. 5 and negative 4. Now, let's find out the quadrant. For A, as you can see, this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So A falls under the second quadrant. So as you can see, in the second quadrant, x coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive. Negative 3 is negative, that's the x coordinate. 4 is positive, that's the y coordinate. So again, in the second quadrant, x coordinate is negative, as you can see, and then y coordinate is positive. Now let's have point B. Point B is at the first quadrant. Point B. So as you can see, both are positive. Positive x, positive y, 3. So in the first quadrant, both coordinates are positive. Let's have C. C is at the third quadrant. So C, x is negative. Y, as you can see, is negative also. So third quadrant has an x coordinate of negative and the y coordinate of negative also. Same thing with D. D, negative x coordinate, negative y coordinate, because it falls under the third quadrant. So this one, letter E, falls on the axis. So that's 0, 0. That's the origin. Now let's have F. F falls under the fourth quadrant, meaning to say x is positive and y is negative. So as you can see, x is positive, that's 5, and then y is negative, that is 4, negative 4.